Hey guys, welcome to another episode of What Should I Draw? And today we're going to be doing Kaguya from Naruto. So on this episode I want to thank to D. Joresh, I think. For next design, maybe Kaguya from Naruto. So I had to do a little bit of research for this character because I didn't know anything at all about it. So it's a character from Naruto series, and it kind of has like a really dramatic backstory, which I really liked, and I couldn't stop thinking about her. So I just went and did some sketches, did a lot of research, and that's it. Let's draw. Okay, so for the first scene I'm going to focus on this one, which is like a little circle, and I'm going to use that circle as my base for composition. So that's it, a circle, that's it. The next one is, I really like the direction of the hair in this one, so I'm going to use that with the perspective lines to start something, right? And for the third one, I really like this thing that I saw, which is kind of like a black thing coming out of her hands. So that's what I'm going to focus on the third one, for the third drawing. So the first thing that you guys know I do is do a basic kind of like a layout for the characters, what the proportions, some of the anatomy, but really basic. I don't get into too much deep stuff at this point, but just a basic idea of what this drawing should be. And I always try to do the three of them at the same time, because that way if I get bored of one I can jump to the next one really quick, right? So this one I really like the direction of the perspective for the hair, and now I'm going to be doing her arms like that also. And yeah, it's kind of like I'm trying to focus everything on the direction of the perspective. And this one is a little bit weird because it's looking from top to bottom, but well, it's kind of like my less favorite, but I'm still gonna do it because I have to do 3. That's like my goal here. Okay, so after I made that, I always do like a little skull drawing just to know where the eyes are going to be, the eye sockets and everything. And then I do like a basic head for her. Any of this is final, of course, as always. You guys have seen other episodes. And you know that I like to change faces a lot. It's a really problem on my drawings, like I have to struggle with drawing faces. But if you want to know something I struggle a lot more than faces, is hands. Hands are like my weakness. So I have to practice on that a lot. Okay, so as you guys know, now that I have like a little sketch on the background, like all the proportions, kind of like the proportion where they're going to be, I like to draw the face and some of the body. I do a lot of the body, but really simple. And in this one, even that her body is going to be covered with the kind of like a really big dress that she has, I still have to do the body because I have to know where everything is going to be. Okay, so I kind of like spent a lot of time on this one and try to apply right away some of the suggestions that a friend told me in the last episode, like the nose what was too big, so I tried to make the nose smaller on this one right away. And that's how I'm learning. I'm learning in the process slowly with you guys at the same time doing these episodes. So you can see that I have my reference at the left, but that's reference for the character. It's not a reference for the body. For the body and everything else, like the face and stuff, I have a tablet with me, like a Kindle tablet, and I use it for reference. I use it to look on Pinterest. I look for female faces. For this one I was using a lot of Cara Delevingne face, Natalie Portman, which is like my favorite actresses' faces right now. But even that they don't look like them, because I know that they don't look like them, it really gives me an idea of how the shape of the nose should be, how the shape of the lips should be, and stuff like that. Okay, so here I'm trying to do stuff that I was criticized on the last video. The size of the nose of the characters was too big, a friend told me, and I'm applying that right away. And right now since I struggle a lot with the faces and hands, I try to do that at the beginning of the detailing process, so if I struggle with it, I don't have to, I'm not tired while doing it, so I do that first, which my mind is fresh to be able to think, to fix it and stuff. Also, I'm constantly changing, flipping from side to side, like horizontally flipping the canvas, so I know where my problems are. When you flip the canvas horizontally, you can notice easier all the mistakes that you have, so that's a good way to spot the mistakes. Okay, so now I'm starting to apply a lot of detail in the line art, in the drawing, so you can see that I take my time doing these ones. You can see that in the longer video that you can download for free in my Gumroad page. You can some people have left a small donation of $1, so thank you very much for that. I don't ask for it, but if you guys can do it, it's definitely welcome. Like, I really like when people appreciate the effort. So you can download the full video. It doesn't have any audio, but you can still watch it, like completely the whole process. You can see where I struggle. You can see all my problems drawing hands, all my problems drawing faces, like I erase again and again and again. I mean, this version is really clean, like you won't see any of my struggling here. You can see that on the full video. Okay, so, and right now what I'm doing is just putting a lot of detail, and then I thought, okay, this drawing looks so boring. This drawing looks so boring, like nobody's going to like this thing. So I made some effects, like some sketches of effects, and I thought, okay, well, this one should have those kind of like a liquid black thing, and I don't have to do that, so I made those. And in the other one I made like some little rocks floating in the air, or dirt, because of the power that she is kind of like doing or something. Another thing is my line art is not that clean. You can see that when you see the image on the PSD, but you can see that my line art is not that clean at all. But it's kind of like, since I'm going to paint this eventually, I don't care too much, because the paint is going to cover a lot of that line art. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I did these little particles that will make the painting a little bit more interesting than it was before, just because of the quantity of detail. It looks more dynamic, a little bit more finished. It's not so like oh, it's just a character floating in there with the hair. With this one, this kind of like the details that I'm putting here kind of makes it a little bit more cooler, but that's it. It's not like it's going to save my drawing for bad anatomy or something. If everything else is bad, it won't look bad in any shape. Okay, so, and at the end, what I do is just I make the lines, some of the line a little bit thicker, so I can separate stuff. Like, I want her body to pop a little from the other elements, so I do these lines around her a little bit darker, so you guys can see her more. Also, where things gets like too crowded in terms of quantity of detail, the quantity of lines, I tend to do this kind of like a more thicker line, so I can separate things, right? So you guys can see it better. That happens in the first one. This one, I got like these really little branches of trees. I want to separate them a little so you guys can see it from far away. It's not that loose, it's not that like, it's almost transparent before. Now you guys can see it clearly. So that's it. These are my 3 drawings from Kaguya from Naruto. Okay, so these are my 3 Kaguya drawings. So thank you very much for watching. Now what I need you to do is tell me which one do you like the most, do A, B or C. And then I need you to tell me what should I draw next for next episode, what characters should I be drawing. It can be anything, any character from any TV show or comics or whatever you want. Okay, so remember that in the left you can download the PSD and the full process video, and in the right you can click to watch last week's episode, and don't forget to subscribe if you like it, and please give me a thumbs up. See you next time.